Yo, what up? My name is Freddie Swift Style Garcia, and welcome back to the channel. All right, so today is a huge day for the channel as we finally got our hands on a Vestax Controller One. Now, this isn't the original box that it was shipped in. Obviously, I got this used through a homie out of Japan, but I wanted to share this experience with you guys and just do more of an unboxing, first impression type video, because I never have gotten my hands on one to this date. This is the very first Controller One that I'll be touching, period. So yeah, enough of that. Let's just get it opened up. This is the platter, nice and separated from the unit. That way it doesn't damage the motor. And yeah, you can already see. Shout out to my homie in Japan. I'm not gonna put his name out there because I don't want you guys to bug him. But yeah, nice little handwritten gesture. I hope this will bring you much luck and blessings to your business. Let me know if you need anything for this. Enjoy and take care. Probably gonna frame this thing. All right, let's slide this out. Through the box. Whew. Dang. As you can see, through the package, it is the red version. And I've been after a red version of this for a minute, for years actually. Let's just get this thing unwrapped. How to properly ship a turntable. All right, he included some RCAs and you can see that there's a Vestax head shell in there. Nice. Here we go. Damn. Let's get it dusted off real quick before we get it set up. Quick tip, use a brush to dust all of your mixers and stuff. It won't damage nothing, and it gets inside all of the cracks. It does look like we caught a small amount of damage going through customs. The clip for the tone arm broke, but everything's here and I think I can fix this. So I'm gonna put this to the side for later. I don't even know if it's broken. It might have just come off, but I'll get into that later. All right, so let's get the platter out. And for those of you who don't know, one thing you don't want to do if you're traveling with your Vestax turntable, or any turntable really, it's best to take the platter off and separate them, especially if you're flying, because they will jack them up on a plane. So here's a platter, nice and stable. But yeah, let's get this powered up and turned on. All right, moment of truth. There we go. Yes. Let's throw on a slip mat. Place it up with a head shell. All right, so for those of you who don't know, Vestax put out the Controller One in the early 2000s. It was designed by D Styles, Ruckazoid, Mike Boo, Woody, and I believe Tico as well. All of those DJs worked together on the idea or the concept for this amazing turntable that you see here. And thanks to DJ Works, we now know there was only 100 of these made. That's something that I was always wondering because I was always looking for one. And yeah, they found out from the man Toshi himself from Vestax that there was only 100 of these produced. Now, the majority of the ones that you see out there are black. So I'm really thinking that there are less red ones, but I don't know that for sure. And the red version is actually the one that I've been seeking out for the longest time now, mainly because, like I said, you don't see them that often. And well, it's a Controller One. It's super rare. Now, you still see a few DJs rocking a Controller One. DJs like Woody still uses his. Tico obviously kills it with his Controller One. But the only DJ that I've seen rocking a red one is the homie John B's. And speaking of John B's and his Controller One, this is probably one of my favorite, or actually, yeah, let's just say this right. This is my favorite Controller One video, hands down. Check it out. Now, I've personally watched that video at least 20 or 30 times. Make sure you follow the homie John B's. I'm gonna leave the link down below where you can follow him and his channel. And to be honest, when I was deciding if I was gonna pull the trigger or not, I went directly to his video, saw it once, and made the call. Obviously, if and when you run into one of these online, it's definitely priced a little higher than your typical turntable. But this is a collector's piece, and not only that, for us at Scratch Break, it's an investment since everything that we do is based around the turntable. Now, there are units out there like this one, and this is the button box turntable controller. This is made for a MIDI turntable. I use this for my Vestax PDX 3000. So if you already have a MIDI turntable like a PDX 3000 and you want to emulate some of this stuff, the button box is a great choice. And there's also a few newer turntables out there that have features like the Controller One, but I will tell you right now, there's only one Vestax Controller One. All right, so some of the features on here that I do know, it offers a pitch range up to positive or negative 60. And most ultra pitch turntables only do a positive or negative 50. One of the features that I'm personally excited for is the memory pitch mode. So I believe that you can set or save different pitches. And for those of you who cut ultra pitch, you know you can sometimes cut at two different ranges on the pitch. So if the beat was, say, 133 BPM, then your ultra pitch record would stay at quartz lock, but you could also match that at a lower pitch range. And if you can toggle between the two, that would be really helpful. For example, some of you guys have seen dudes cut and match the cuts on a 33 RPM or a 45 RPM. So it's kind of that idea. One of the most famous modes on this thing is note mode. So you can select different buttons here or different notes that you want to play. So if you have a record with a tone or a chord or anything, you can select a note and it'll pitch down or pitch up to match that note exactly. This is what you always see DJs like Woody doing, or guys that use this to the full potential. You'll see them cutting along and playing different notes here on these buttons. And in those notes, you can change your octaves. You can go from major or minor. You have a pitch bend toggle switch right here. Obviously, like most high torque turntables, you have a reverse button. And it has something else called fader control, which I want to mess with, but I believe you can cut the sound in and out by triggering some of the buttons here. And it has pedal control that you can hook up a foot switch. I believe you do that through the MIDI cable in the back or the MIDI connection in the back. That way you can control possibly the start and stop and maybe even some of the notes. I'm saying possibly and maybe because I don't know yet. Either way, I'm extremely excited to finally have this in my possession. You'll definitely be seeing this in future videos. Some of the videos that I do now have some kind of composition in there, so using something like this is just gonna make those even better. And like I said earlier, this is obviously a collector's piece, but like everything that I collect here, we're gonna put this thing to use. Hopefully we don't break it, but we're gonna put this baby to use for sure. So you can definitely expect to see this in a lot of our upcoming videos. All right, so enough of the talking. I guess it wouldn't be a proper video if we didn't hook up a mixer and get it set up and at least test it out. One other thing that I didn't mention that I want to bring up is the housing for this. Because there was only 100 units. Now, I'm not going to open this up and test it or check it, but I heard that it's made out of wood. And that's pretty interesting. I think there's a picture or two circulating where somebody has opened it up. I'll try to find that and post that. But yeah, if you damage this thing or it cracks or anything, that's it. There's no replacement bodies. Because like I said, this is 1 out of 100. I guess it's only right that we pair it with the 08 Pro. Here's another feature that I didn't know. It actually has a line output, which I personally prefer using because you don't have to use a ground cable. And I'm going to be testing this off with Philosophy by Modus Operandi. This is a record. I did a video on this. I'll link it down below. But if I remember correctly, we have some locked groove tones that we can play on here. All right, so let's put it in note mode. There we go. And you got major or minor. There we go. It works. And I will say, just from touching it, the motor seems really strong or really powerful. Let's see if we've got some other sounds on here. Yeah, obviously to be able to go between those notes, and you heard how fast I did that, the motor has to be extremely powerful for that. But that's what makes a Controller One a Controller One. Nice. So I'm doing a pitch bend now. Yeah, this is definitely going to get interesting. All right, I'm not going to embarrass myself here, but it works. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited for what's to come on the channel with the new, or our new to us, Vestax Controller One. Obviously, records like this and many others are available on our site, scratchbreak.com. Like I said earlier, this video was just intended to share the unboxing and setting up experience with you guys. I have a lot to learn about this thing, and if you guys know anything that I didn't explain, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. That's it for today. Keep scratching. Peace.